in 2007.
All right, we're gonna be doing our language of luxury series, finding luxury real estate clients. So when you think of that, what is classified as luxury in real estate? And we can do that by price point. Also do it by features, amenities, or location. And then also it may have specific characteristics of preferences like privacy, exclusivity, or high-end amenities. What do you guys think when you think luxury real estate?
It feels.
Okay,
I
Yep.
can't hear anything anybody's saying. Is it just me?
I think like, no, I think of like the Housewives of Beverly Hills or,
Housewives of Beverly Hills, yep.
you know, Orange County, just all the little ritzy little things like that. Like one of them just sold Heather DeBrose, $55 million.
Hmm.
You believe that?
Yep, I'm gonna show you an example of one. Nicole Gary's got listed for 49 million,
I think of high-end finishes.
high-end finishes. Okay,
amenities and what all that comes with,
Large, usually, you know,
lots of land.
yeah, it can be lots of land. Sometimes they sit there and say, oh, yeah, it's 100 acres and a 1,300 square foot house.
right, right.
Is that really luxury real
Yeah.
estate?
Yeah.
No,
No.
but I mean, does it qualify based on the principles for KW luxury or a lot of other ones that you need to qualify for? Yeah, it would. But you're actually dealing with a different type of clientele, so you can actually kind of subvert the system. But what you're really looking at doing is establishing a base in luxury real estate. And that's going to be looking at all these things we just talked about and getting to know your amenities and with your price points. What's really important about this is doing previews. I mean, you guys know that because you've done it on the team and stuff, but when you do those previews, you're actually educating yourself what's on the market for 1.5 million or 1.7 million. What are the differences? How much land am I getting? Like over at Colleagues, postage,
Right.
but the amenities inside are great. And then you go to some of the Brentwood ones that are older, it's a 1.5. You got a lot more yard, but you know, it's kind of dated a little bit.
Right.
But those are different things that you're looking at, but you get to see those things so you can really key in on what your client's gonna want, and then you can talk to what the market looks like for them too. And also what kind of features. I mean, we're getting into more and more features. I mean, elevators are becoming quite common in the high-end homes now. Other amenities could be items in the kitchen. I mean, it could be the little microwave that kind of comes out like a drawer now to go back and forth. It can also be wine coolers. It could be a wine closet or for a small wine cellar. And also the location. And the location is, you know, where it's located. I mean, Brentwood is much, much different. We were talking about that today. I mean, West Brentwood is much different than East Brentwood. When you get on Concord Road, yeah, you got newer houses, but you look at West Brentwood, that's closer to where Brentwood proper is. And people prefer that area because you don't have the traffic issues. And then specific characteristics, privacy. We have a few of them like Governor's Club. I mean, they've got a gated community. So that would give you a lot of privacy there, as opposed to some of them over in West Brentwood, like McGavick Farms, and you can just pull in, drive around as much as you want there. So very, very different there. And then also the exclusivity as far as golf courses, tennis clubs and stuff of that nature. So those all make a big difference too. So website examples that you want to take a look at is building a strong online presence is copy and paste this. I get to try this one here. This is Adam Dow's listing he had. This is a 10-bed, 12-bath home. And it's just covers his website because all the other stuff on the website is here about the area, meet the team. So he's got all the full functions of his website along with just portraying the listing. So he can actually put a QR code, scan this, and this is what's going to play. And as you scan down here, you see you got all the information that you need on it too.
So this listing has its own website.
Okay. And again, when you're dealing with luxury clients, they want to know that they're special. They just don't want to see it on YouTube. Okay, they want to know you go there and that's all you see. They can't go look at any other sites there except that. And they've got, you know, the interior gallery pictures here too. Highlights, and then they do have the to actually get that feel as far as what that's going to look like. And you saw the elevator there. And then look at the views. Is that awesome or what?
So beautiful.
Yep, that is a guest house, by the way.
I'll take that.
That's not 900 square feet. So really cool on that. And then this is it going to the site? Let me do this thing back out of it because I want to show you some difference for some of the sites there. This is the $49 million listing in New York City. Again, own website. It's got your interior photos and stuff. Contact agent. And again, a little bit different feel to it. 4-bed, 5 full bath, 2 half baths, 7,300 square feet. And look at the terrace and stuff.
The little swimming pool or jacuzzi.
I think it may be could be a lap pool. And then on the first floor, it gives you the actual printout of it.
Finishes.
Second floor, it shows you kind of what it looks like there because you've got your layout on it. Third floor,
The elevator.
fourth floor.
Need a golf cart.
Yep. Fifth floor, wellness cellar.
Wellness cellar,
Yep.
what does that mean?
It's like they've got little different spa stuff here.
Okay.
Is that cool or what? And then the roof terrace.
So it's obviously a narrow space.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is
New York
why there's
City.
so many, yeah, okay.
It's in New York.
It's in New York, yes, there you go.
Then you got the place request. You can actually see it there. And she's one of the top Keller Williams agents in New York City there.
Do you know her?
Real sweet lady, very tall too. And she was actually been on a couple of our seminars because she talked about, you know, how she started and she was selling window furnishings to these highly affluent people. I said, well, I'm gonna switch over to real estate. She said, well, I need to learn how to do different things. So she would go and she'd find out about what makes the diamond well. She'd go into the jewelry store and find that out. Okay, and then she put, well, what makes a good cigar? So she would do that. Also, how do I talk stocks? So she did that. So she was going in and finding what's that language I need to learn how to speak that they're talking about. Then we go look at timepieces. Not call them watches, but actual timepieces. What's the differences between them all? And then you can see all the other stuff, all the technology and stuff, audio, visual, and know what Creston means. Because those are different brand names. And then they've got the designer book here too set up. A place to get information. Pretty cool stuff, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And then another one, this is Paula's website. Oh, no, this is Brady's. Brady Sandell is the head ambassador of the Keller Williams luxury brand. And he is in Palm Springs, California. Brady is a really Good guy. I like him a bunch. Now, his wife's website looks a little bit different, and you'll see that. I don't know if it's as pretty as what the other two are, but one of the things I love about his is, see the country clubs? You have all the links to all the different country clubs right here. Which is big, for his, because
Yeah.
you go there, you're golfing in Palm Springs, okay?
Right.
And then in different communities, he's got those. And what's available in those areas, so when you click it, that's what's actually gonna show up there. And then he's got the about, for his team and stuff like that. And then you go further down and it's pretty much the same, talks about Brady. In real estate.
Really user friendly though.
Mhm.
I like the organization.
Very clean, okay? And then he's also got, different places he's associated with. His social media links are here too, and we're gonna be looking at those also. Another part about this is leveraging your social media and platforms beyond LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, okay? And Linda Baker, she used to be with Keller Williams years ago. She's now with an independent broker in Atlanta. She is huge on TikTok, and Glenda just has a way to say stuff in a very straightforward manner, and she doesn't care if she makes you mad or not, okay? But people see that and it's authentic and it resonates with her. And she takes care of a lot of the CEOs down there, basketball players, football players, and she understands their privacy, what they want to keep. A lot of times she's working with the business manager and not the person themselves.
Right, yeah.
But that's what she's doing a lot of. And then these are some of the different sites, like this is Jeff Yarborough. And Jeff is the ambassador in California for Keller Williams Luxury.
That's an interesting photo.
Yeah, and when you go to what he's got, I gotta log in. One thing Jeff does a nice job of is he puts his listings on here and then he puts a little bit about himself and his French bulldogs. That he'll have on here, but he'll show hey, this is what I'm eating tonight, made this at home or whatever. So it gives a personal touch to him. There's his two French bulldogs there. But it also shows, he's into selling luxury real estate. There, it looks like Top Golf he went to. There's this new person on the team and stuff, but you can see that's always neat. Have a private plane. But just a neat, clean website where he's showing different things that he gives a lot of talks. So that was one of the talks he was giving there. So just really cool stuff. I don't know how that got in there. And then also you got Nicole Gary. She has a really nice LinkedIn website.
Seriously?
So, we're in a game here. And see, her header on her LinkedIn is just New York City. Kind of tells what she does and where she's at. And then one of the things it does with activity is these are the posts she did, like the just listed and stuff. And it's also got where she's worked at. She's got also her recommendations and skills as far as she's recommended her stuff. But she uses this to get a message out because she knows in New York City, a lot of people are on LinkedIn a lot. So she has to post there to remain relevant because that's her big social media platform. And then this is Jeanette Spinelli. Jeanette Spinelli does a really nice job with leveraging hers because she gives enough stuff too about personal. And then she also puts in things about business so that you know exactly that she's in real estate. And she's got her just sold there. And one of the things I really like, there's your puppies. You can't go wrong with posting dog stuff. Open houses. Looking at some candy she got. She is a member of the CHLNS, which is the Institute of Luxury Marketing. And they have an online magazine. So what she does is she takes it and posts it here so people can actually look at it online. Which is really, I think, a great idea because it accentuates the fact, yep, I'm in luxury. And then just some other things that she's got going on with it. So she's always letting people know about the market and what's going on with things. So pretty cool, but she does put stuff about herself in there too, which I thought was great.
Did you see that I'm doing the open houses again this weekend at Stephen Valley?
Yep. Now, one of the things that you want to take a look to is your networking partnerships. And on this right here is, these we've talked about before. When you're in affluent communities, who are the service providers that you need to get to know? Plastic surgeons, estheticians, stockbrokers, people that sell luxury cars, jewelers, art gallery people. A lot of high net worth people are investing in art right now. So it's something that you want to make certain that you're actually developing these right here. And Adam Dow did a class on affiliates and allied resources. And I think that's on the Tennessee Power Up that you can go and actually do that one. But you want to showcase for hosting exclusive events such as showcasing luxury residents to showcase the property, having a luxury car show. One of the people actually had 12 luxury cars like the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris and stuff on the lawn. Which, how cool would that be to get people to go out and look at the house too? Or it could be you've got a boat show if you're near water, or gourmet chef that's actually fixing up stuff at the open house. An esthetician present to do filler or Botox. Would that be cool?
That party.
Okay. Art show, an author to sign books, but what type of exclusive events are you doing to highlight their listing? Like Under Baker, she's got that $2.5 million listing right now. Those would be great things, to get traffic into that house. Because they're saying, man, this is really cool. And again, you're getting agents to come in and now it gets them to know about it and talk about it. And that's exactly what you want. Also personalize the marketing to match each client. And this is really big as far as if someone, like you can tell, like the two properties we looked at with the websites, the one that Nicole did was downtown. That one looked more elegant than what the one up in New Hampshire looked at Adam Dow did by the lake, didn't it? So they tailored that look and the feel of that marketing to fit those properties and those homeowners. Because the one guy was more of a woodsman guy. I mean, because he had that huge garage and also a little hobby place in there. But I mean, the thing was just pristine. So he was like having a lot of people over. And then you look at the New York one, it was real skinny, but everything was kind of minimalistic where it didn't have a lot of extra stuff in it too. So again, they
Very
tailored that
high-end
marketing.
finishes,
Yeah.
very, very high-end finishes.
And what she did too is because it had the different levels, is she actually had the different floor plan where it wasn't confusing, where you had all these floor plans and it looked jumbled up. You just click on the floor that you wanted to see at the time. So it kept it nice, clean designs
Yeah, that was,
and lines on it.
she put a lot of thought into that website.
Actually, it was the HUD people, but again, when you're gonna hire people to do that stuff for you.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't want to have to do that, because you need to be out there marketing to other people.
Well, I don't know how to do that anyways.
Yep, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the other thing is offering white glove service. And this is providing a unique experience to every client you encounter. And you do this by getting to know them, talk to them. Because as you go look at properties, if they're buying, you're going to get to know them. If you're in the house and you're going to see different things, ask about those things because you get to know about them more. And it's not just a one size fits all. I mean, to sit there and say, you know what, every luxury client, they get this great bottle of champagne in this cool wooden box. Well, that's a one size fits all. Okay. That's not what you want to do. If you read the book Unreasonable Hospitality by Will Gadara, he actually had the #1 restaurant in New York City in the world. Okay, and he did that by making certain that the experience they had at the restaurant was unique to any other that they've ever had. And some of the stuff they kind of would put together systems for it. Like they would have people that would stop in there and eat at his restaurant, and then they have to go off to the airport. Well, one of the things they did was they would have a setup with different stuff in it so that they could take that with them to remind them about New York. Another thing they would do when they bring the bill by is, because they didn't want to just, all right, here's the bill, get out, we gotta get somebody else in here. Is they would sit there and give a bottle of cognac and said, we'll take care of that when you're ready. Please enjoy this bottle, as our compliments, and just leave whenever you want. So he did just the opposite. They're saying, man, we got some cognac here or brandy, we can sit and enjoy it for a while. I mean, totally different. But one of the biggest ones he did was he had some foodies in there one time. And he actually runs a restaurant, but he's helping bus tables. And they said, man, we hit every place we wanted to. We get this one, this one, this one, and they got all these great restaurants in New York City. And now we're here. The only thing we didn't get was a New York street hot dog. So he got back in the kitchen and he ran literally down the street and purchased a New York City hot dog, brought it back. He said, now the tough part was he had to convince his chef to plate it. He said, can you plate this into 4 different equal sections? And he looks at him like, I am not putting this wet dog in my restaurant. He goes, it's important to me. And so the guy did it and he dressed him up and then he brought it by and says, hey, we didn't want you to go leave New York City incomplete. So we've got a New York street dog for you. And they talked about that for, how long would they talk about that for? Years, months? Forever. Okay. That's that experience. And he talks about himself when he was looking for a place in New York City. I mean, he would go through and after they got done, I mean, he had the obligatory, he said, bottle of wine in the refrigerator, congratulations on selling property. He goes, one of the things the agent missed though was his wife said, this is going to be a perfect place for me to do yoga. How cool would it have been if when they got there, they had a new yoga mat wrapped up with a candle saying, I hope you enjoy your property.
Yeah.
Okay. Or it could also be something where someone's lived there, the kids have brought up from that, and on the little doorstop, there's marks as far as how the kids have grown. Well, then this actually happened. Well, the new owner were renovating anyway, so they're tearing out stuff. So the agent says, can I get that? And they actually took it off and she had it kind of mounted and she gave it to the sellers. Okay. So how cool is that they got to take that with?
Yeah.
But those are things when they're thinking about how can I make this special to this client? And by doing that, they're going to sit there and just talk about you all the time. And that's that white glove or that unique service experience that you provide to everyone. Also catering through international buyers through social media and multilingual services. There's a lot of things that you can post and it will go into different languages. It'll translate. Okay, you just hit a button and say, I want you to translate it into this language. Another one is showcase any global influence or partnerships you have. And one everybody can join is called Proxio Pro. And with this right here, it is a website that all the agents can sign on to, and you can showcase your listings. And you can also go into like agents, and then you can go to the states. And you can actually search to see what other agents are affiliated with it. And what it's got is number of listings, and then it's also got connections you've got within Proxio Pro around the world. Okay, so you can see as far as how interactive they are. And you see, there's Paula from our office, there's Robert Beck from our office.
So is that saying that you speak Spanish? Or you just, you're open to working with?
No, we had someone on, I gotta update that. And Pharisee, that's Aline that can do that. But again, it tells you the different languages that they can speak, but you've got several different agents in here in Tennessee
Mhm.
that you can reach out to and connect with. Or let's say you've got a buyer that wants to buy in Portugal. Okay, you can go up here and go to Portugal. And there's different agents. Okay. So you can reach out and you can actually connect with them, like, we're gonna talk with him. Or her. And it'll bring it up and you can send them a message.
So is this just advertising who the agents are and not the properties?
No, you got the properties you can put in there also. But again, the whole part about this is having that connection where you've got connections in other countries.
Okay.
Because you can actually give them a name of someone. It's not, well, I mean, how do I find an agent in Portugal that's gonna be good?
Oh, I see.
Well, you can actually see how many connections do they have, also how many listings do they have. So you can actually kind of rate that for how busy they are too.
Listings, luxury listings?
Could be any type of listing.
Okay,
You gotta remember, in different countries, they pay
right,
different price points too.
yeah.
If you're in United Kingdom, if you're in London. I mean, it could be a 2 foot by 2 foot box there, and that would be classified dollar wise as a luxury listing because it's so expensive in London.
Yeah,
But you go outside of that, and it may just be a
Yeah.
hop all over the place.
right.
So those are all different things that keep in mind, but again, having that global reach is huge for some people. Okay, the other one is immediate sourcing of finding luxury client is open houses. If you're getting open houses at luxury listings, those people are showing up mostly because they can afford to buy that. Okay, Amanda, you got some people coming in, where did you find them?
What are you talking?
You got some people coming in
Oh, yeah, from
Ohio.
Brentwood.
from where? Florida duty?
Yeah.
Yep. And you can also do on Florida duty, but you're putting yourself in right where they're gonna be at. Also circle prospecting in high-end and shipping neighborhoods. Sorry about that. I broke it off there. But circle prospecting in high-end neighborhoods. Because if you're marketing in that area, again, they're looking to sell those $1.7 million homes, or they're looking to buy something else. And if not here, maybe in another city. And again, that's a great referral. Volunteering at fundraising events. There's a lot of fundraising events downtown that look for volunteers. I mean, I volunteered for one for what, can't remember the name of it, but it was for animals. And it was a great deal. They brought in all this food. They had musicians there and stuff. It was down off of Printer's Alley. And it was a great time. And again, a lot of times you're just at the door greeting, and then you're open to go and mix with all the guests and stuff. Also special events like golf tournaments. You know how they have these fundraising golf tournaments and stuff? They do that all the time. Tennis, boating, any type of things like that. Those are things you can volunteer at too, or get involved with. How can you be involved with that? How can you bring value with it? But those are gonna put you right in front of those folks too.
Mhm.
And then it's just building those relationships, going to art shows too, at the Frisk and stuff. Those things are great to do, because you get strike up conversations. But again, now you're starting to talk, now you're starting to build those relationships. Any other ideas you have for immediate sourcing?
High-end nail salons and hair salons, my friends.
Sure could. Donnie, you're over at West Haven. I mean, going down the pool, you're into all kinds of people there.
Yeah, and probably more so the golf course.
Mhm.
That's where we eat.
You guys also have those, you guys got that huge yard sale. Is that coming up?
It's twice a year now. It's gonna be again in October.
Is it? Yeah, but that's a huge one. Everybody gets out and about and everybody's just walking and stuff there, but also they've got you got something inside for the theater or something?
Well, we've got Porch Fest where new I can't say the word, people that play music,
Mhm.
go on porches and play, you know, for certain
Yeah,
2 or 3 hours. And then down by the lake, they have a big stage where a group that night. But there's so many networking things going on in West Haven.
Oh, yeah. So again, you get to be known then. One of the things Adam Dow talked about was select your 100 affiliates and allied resources and work on it every day. And this is one where you're putting all these different categories, like we talked about, estheticians, stockbrokers, bankers, luxury car sales.
Financial planners.
Yep.
Um,
Attorneys.
yeah,
Okay. And just, you sit there and also give me 3 names in this one, 3 names in this, 3 names in that, 3 names in that. What about people in government that I should know?
yeah,
Is there any sports people I know? Are there any music stars, I want to get to know? Or people that help with music, okay? And you put those down and then you're reaching out to them. And what you're gonna do is look for one, get a contact with them, just, hey, I'm so-and-so. I'd like to let you know what I do, and if I can help you as far as your clients invest in real estate, I want to be your trusted real estate source for that. And then it's the same point, I want to sit there and refer business to you and your business. So once you get the contact, now you get a meeting with them so that you can find out about them too. Not just about the business part, but what about them too?
mhm,
Then you make those notes and stay up on it. Then you actually confirm the resource. Hey, can I count on you to, pass my name on as a possibility, if they need someone. And then you're also then reinforcing your resource each month with a meeting or a phone call, not a text or an email. Okay,
right,
you feel closer to people that you actually talk to on the phone or talk to in person.
yeah,
And it could be, you may have a couple different resources you get together at the same time and have coffee with or something. It could be through a Bible study, it could be through networking groups, Rotary, Lions Club. I mean, all those things are great organizations. So what's the next steps you guys are gonna do to start getting your luxury clients?
I'm gonna do an open house at Stephen Valley this weekend.
There you go. And what's your goal?
My goal is to get buyers.
Okay, how many leads do you want from your open house?
Well, over the whole weekend, it would be nice to have at least 4.
Okay, and how are you gonna guarantee you get at least 4 people to come to your open house?
Well, I'm gonna put it out on social media, which I always do. I'm
Okay.
gonna, of course, advertise it on KW as well. And, I think I'm going to get some balloons.
Okay.
To put out on the signs.
Okay.
And,
Let your sphere know too.
yes,
Send them a text message.
well, that's actually part of my social media.
And I mean, not just on Facebook or something, but actually send them a text on their phone. Because you can do that where you just copy paste, just boom, 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 boom. In your particular case, I think can you do a command too? Send text messages. Because that's something that tells them, hey, come out and see me. I'm gonna be at the open house here. It's a great home.
Yeah.
Okay, Donna, what about you? What's your next step?
I guess what I try to do more than anything is just, I don't have that niche of where I go to get people. I just use my mouth. I talk to everybody I can possibly talk to, and then somehow bring up real estate, so that's just my thing is striking up conversations and having those real estate conversations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Offer to do more open houses,
Mhm.
definitely do that, try and get leads, but that's why I spoke with people too, like going to a restaurant or just bringing up the conversation like that.
Yeah, because normally, what do you do? They turn around and ask you, what do you do then too?
And I got a new lead just in talking to my husband about rate increases. And the guy beside us said, "Oh, are you in real estate? I'm looking for a house in Wilco." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll see you now. Clarksville." When I first came on board, I was in Clarksville, King Queen.
She was.
There was a house for sale in Clarksville. Donna was going there.
just had a knack for it. They just all identified with
Those
it.
country people.
Well, very good, guys.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.